This is the second episode covering Miami to Lauderdale of the 5-part GSA Florida Christmas adventure.
All right, leaving Fontainebleau and making the short drive to Lauderdale. Shouldn't be too bad. 12:11. I don't know, it's barely over an hour. That's good. Waited till the last minute, 11 o'clock checkout, of course. Make sure I got full use of that room, especially at the rates they're charging. It was absolutely a nice place.
Kind of a throwback to have a phone by the toilet. And I couldn't help but wonder if these mirrors used to go full flat in the 80s so that your rolled up dollar wouldn't roll off.
Can I honestly say it's worth that much? One of the points was not just to stay there, it was checking it out and making sure I felt safe as far as bringing the Ferrari back on a future trip. So in that sense it was okay, and there's plenty of places along here that are probably fine, but it's not something I want to gamble with a whole lot. Miami is absolutely one of the most expensive places to go, especially to eat. Part of it is we as Americans are used to tip being completely separate, and since Miami gets so many tourists from Europe that don't tip because they assume it's included in the price, they automatically put a 15 or 20% tip on the bill, which, so if you're not paying attention and you throw your own 15 to 20% on it, I mean, I'm sure the servers like it, but you're definitely paying more than you need to. The stay in Miami was nice. Got to see the ocean, spend some time in the sun, at the pool, got to do some laps this morning. Yesterday the breathing was pretty bad, so after being out in the sun in the morning, I had to crash out for a few hours. Felt like I was kind of wasting my trip just sitting in a hotel, but just felt awful, bad breathing, so I skipped lunch. And then I was gonna have something small for dinner, and I ended up eating probably more than I needed to for dinner too, but lifted and swam before having breakfast this morning. Should be able to skip lunch and then maybe just get something light for dinner and see if I can get the breathing a little bit back on track. Cheapest meal of the stay in Miami goes to the Clevelander Hotel. When I went down to walk around South Beach for a little bit yesterday, they had a happy hour special, so I have let's see, what was it, the meat lovers flatbread for $10, which is, like I said, by far the cheapest meal. In fact, at the Fontainebleau area over at the beach, a bottle of Evian water was over $13. Yep. So a $10 flatbread was very nice, welcome surprise. Overall, Miami was mostly families this time. It was not a spring break crowd, and it makes sense. The kids are off break, so parents take them somewhere fancy. So it was a different environment than what I was expecting for Miami. Nice Ferrari. Is it a 488 like mine? Yep. Except a god-awful yellow. I was a little bit paranoid about forgetting my pistol in the safe at the hotel, but fortunately remembered that at the last minute. I would have figured it out once I started getting the gear on and realized that was part of the deal that wasn't in place. Overall, Miami is not a place to go if you're trying to save a few bucks or have a vacation on a budget. Not by any stretch of the imagination. You just kind of have to accept it's going to cost you a lot to do everything from eating to drinking if you drink, hotels, Ubers, whatever it is. I did try to go drive around South Beach on the bike a little bit. Whatever, Christmas morning? Yeah, Christmas morning. And that was rainy, which was part of it. so it wasn't the most pleasant ride, but then realized that the whole ocean drive along that stretch is closed off for kind of Christmas activities until after New Year's. So that's why I just took an Uber back later and just kind of walked around and saw some sights, all the little restaurants and stuff along the way. Went by Mango's, which is usually a lot of fun, but maybe because it was early, maybe because it's Christmas and family crowd, but not much going on. Didn't see the little Cubano band or dancers or anything like I have before. There's always definitely plenty to see and do down here, though. I just need to skip a couple meals and try to get back on track if I want to breathe the rest of this trip. It's really hard when you're on vacation because you want to enjoy the food, but I also need to be able to sleep at night and not be waking up gasping for air. So as I continue the pursuit of the elusive moderation and balance, I'll now make my quick 1 hour ride up to Fort Lauderdale. It's the Lauderdale Airport. Fort Lauderdale Airport, where just under 52 years ago, my dad and his youngest brother, Slim, were sitting having a drink, finding out that I was born and Dad was going to be a dad. That's back in the old days when the dads were at a bar somewhere, not standing in the birthing room. I don't know who the first dude to do that was, but every guy since then probably hates his ass for it. And on that note, 52 years ago today, The Exorcist, original Exorcist, with Linda Blair and all the goodness that came from that movie premiered in the theaters 52 years ago today. I didn't even watch that movie till I was 30 or so, and it was pretty horrifying at that age to see it. Hard to believe how wild that must have struck people in 73 when it came out. Oh, birdie. Oh, that's twice now I've drug a toe on the pavement doing a hard lean on this. I guess if I get the toes up on the pegs instead of kind of hanging down in front, it'll be better. Welcome to Fort Lauderdale. This is where it all began. Home sweet home. Oh, I remember that bike shop. Looks like they finally closed down, along with most of the other custom motorcycle shops back then. Swimming Hall of Fame, that's right close to where I stay, so I know I'm on the right track anyway. Oh, just up a little ways, right there's the hotel. Good to see a couple Harleys out. I've seen several, actually a couple trikes and then several of these and a Triumph so far. It's definitely a big spot for motorcycles. Of course, with this weather in December, why not? One of my fellow Beamer riders, shorts. Ah, it's the beach. I've done it too. And his blinker's still on. Blinker. He's been California, Arizona, the Dragon. What year is that one?
2018.
What is it?
2018.
Oh, okay, nice. This one's a 25. I just got it in March. Love it, though. That bike looks brand fucking new, too. Jeez. Guy keeps that thing clean. My bike's gonna get jealous seeing that. I've got to remember I've got a wide ass with these bags on when I do shit like that. Last thing I need is to scuff somebody's Mercedes next to me. I'm going to be getting to the hotel way early, so I got a feeling I'll be sitting there sweating in the lobby for a while, which is fine. It's better than wasting time and then fighting traffic or something. Oh shoot, is he trying to get over? Sorry, dude. One of the cruise ships. Never have done a cruise. I don't know, just never really appealed to me, to be honest. That's a Disney cruise. It may not quite be Miami, but there's no shortage of high-end boats in Lauderdale either. There's Pier 66. I believe that building up on top is like the Tower of the Americas in San Antonio, that it rotates around, I think. Channel, canal, whatever you call it. There's some boats out there too. I'm sure they're not Miami prices, but I would hate to think what some of these places out here cost. I'm sure it's a lot more than my little house in San Antonio suburbs. There we go, Marriott's Harbor Beach. Alright. Registration, valet. Now let's see how this works with the bike.
Right there, just for now.
Park over by the wall?
Yeah, just for now.
Okay, thanks.
If you haven't done so, please click the link below to subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and let's live for today.